Ga bhí clóníonn a chluich ball-coise. Sin rud gan a bhrosnich Ifeoma Dieke a thula lá go seiltan de gúine go buirigí chluichin an eadar-nàiseanta on the ball-coise and ban.
Like when I was in England especially, I lived in Norwich for 2 years. And the fact that, in school I see the boys playing and I ask to play and they're like, no, girls don't play football. So I think being told no, that gave me more of a burning desire to be like, right, be more committed that I want to do it. So when I obviously moved back up to Scotland and, getting spotted by my first club team in Cumbernauld Cosmos, and then having like organisation for the under-10s, under-13s, under-16s, and then the girls. So more organisation and just people actually wanting to include girls. And so that was just really how it actually all started and how it just took off and just got bigger and better as I got older.
Hagar Ifeoma guniste die coach a ALBA Florida, with the good in the ball-coise profession.
I was playing a semi-final with Cumbernauld ladies, and the coach for FIU, Florida International University, he's English, Evan Edwards. And some of the girls in my team go to America and Miami in the summer and play semi-pro. So he was involved in that setup. So he just came over to watch a game, and I guess I did all right. And so at the end of the game, he just basically approached me and just talked to me about, the opportunity of a scholarship. And I feel like going to America, going to university there was the making of me, not just as a person, but also as a player, because then I felt like that was a platform that propelled me on to go play, professional in America, then sprung into obviously playing for Scotland, playing in Sweden. So without that, I don't think I would have been playing professional.
Rugug Dieke ans na stachen le parent in Nigeria. Agus van corm I can click at the G and click to gach duich ag ide eadar-nàiseanta. Ach, saunering Dieke adachi an the ALBA.
Playing for your national team is it's like your heart. It's got nothing to do with finances, with money, with all that stuff that comes maybe with the Americans. I felt Scottish. I grew up there. I was born in America, but I was literally there for maybe a year. Didn't feel American, so I'm like, I can't represent a country that I don't feel any attachment to. And growing up in Scotland, might not have been born there, but my whole schooling life, I've grown up in Scotland. Friends are all from there. My family's still there. I felt Scottish, and for me, that was just natural. It just felt natural.
Chluich Ifeoma do ALBA chéad fixta trí túras, agus a bharach idir sin bhí sé a chéad skipper tú a chluich do ALBA cúteach.
For a long time, if you look at the captains for Scotland, in the women's game, first Shelley Kerr, my central defensive partner, who I idolised, grew up with so much respect and admiration for. Julie Fleeting, who is an absolute legend, her goal scoring record is immense and an ultimate captain. Getting passed on to Gemma Fay, who is the most capped, Scottish player, and what she's done for the game. And so obviously in her absence, being asked to, lead the team out, that in itself was the biggest honour. And even at the time, I just looked at it as just being captain. So I never even looked at it as being the first black, player to lead Scotland out. But obviously in reflection, as I've finished and, being asked questions, definitely didn't realise the impact of that moment until now when you look at it. And, maybe it will catapult and, black players to be like, right, I want to lead out Scotland. I want to do that. Because that was never my ambition. I did it just being an honour to lead Scotland out, but maybe knowing that it has a greater impact, that is also that's really, really special and just maybe a wow moment.
Has skipper-nàiseanta na ALBA is a goal for nearst go nearst hadis in na blianach in megiddig, agus a Ifeoma a crutching gere an opa the ring na coaching and Jew agus tron na blianachin a chuchich sin.
Everybody was like a trendsetter, and the way that the squad was then and how it is now, a lot of the stuff that Anna did was, pushing people on, driving them on, pushing the SFA in terms of more funding, more backing. Because without that, you wouldn't have had the number of players who actually were turning pro. So Shelley's got it at a great opportunity where, you look at all the squad now, if it's a squad of 22, I think about 18 of them are actually playing outside of Scotland. They're actually full-time professionals. Whereas if you look at Vera's reign, you might have had Julie Fleeting, that was it. Coming in Anna's reign, it was me, Fleets, and then Kim Little came in towards the end. But going into Shelley's reign, the number of professional players that you have now playing football as their trade, as their job every single day, that only benefits Scotland in the long term. And you're seeing the fruitions of the work that started out with Vera continued on with Anna, and then Shelley's also taken it to the next level by the girls qualifying for the World Cup.
Ha Dieke inis na coach do chlawnian Anna Miami, agus hai cúd na caine cudis hai colach a táisiach it slí a bhil cosha.
Everything started in Cumbernauld, like for me as a youngster. Had we not moved back, none of this would have been possible. So in terms of being in Cumbernauld, having the desire to be like, right, I want to play with the boys, playing in the boys' school team, and the boys also welcoming me and accepting me. We look back now and we talk to my friends, they're like, remember that, and they say, oh, you taught me this, and they taught me that. And just looking at that, and a girl from Cumbernauld going from that to America to playing in the Olympics to the Euros, you're just thinking like, wow, yeah, people might slag off Cumbernauld, but in terms of Cumbernauld, that gave me everything. That is the backbone, and I'm proud to be from Cumbernauld, and no one can ever take that away from me.